All right, let's dive into a pretty wild story where spirituality gets a serious software update. We're going to break down the world of a character named Guru J.I. Now, that's J-A-I, but it's pronounced Guru J. A really clever play on Guruji and, well, AI. This is a guy who takes the ancient search for meaning and turns it into a high-tech subscription service. So picture this. It's 5 a.m., well before dawn. But this is no quiet monastery. We're at a huge festival, and the hall is absolutely overflowing. I mean, it is packed to the rafters. The demand is just off the charts. You'd think, okay, these seekers have definitely found their master. But here's the big question, right? Is this really a spiritual movement? Or is it maybe the most brilliant user acquisition strategy ever created? And right at the center of it all is this man, Guru J, who, as you're about to see, has let's just say, a very unique background. So how in the world do you become a tech guru who's also a spiritual guru? Well, his journey wasn't so much about meditating by a sacred river. It was more about finding a perfectly scalable business model. Let's get into his origin story. Yeah, this equation pretty much says it all. Guru J started out as an engineer on a massive data center project way up in the Arctic. And he says that whole experience helped him find two things: his purpose and, thanks to a pretty sweet bonus, his purse. So what do? You merge them. You create what this story so perfectly calls the guru-as-a-service model. Okay, so how does this whole guru-as-a-service thing actually work? Well, you can forget about the traditional ashram. This is a meticulously designed tech architecture. Let's break down the layers of what's called the Gurustack. And here's the whole process, laid out for you. It all kicks off with hardware, of course, these special wearables called Mylabands. And these things collect data, but not just your steps. Oh no, they track something called devotion telemetry. All that biometric data gets fed into a powerful AI, which then cooks up your personal spiritual path and decides when you're ready to level up. And the output? You get custom mantras, and you guessed it, the chance to upgrade to the next step. And here it is, the hardware itself. It's called the iSeeker, and the tagline, it's just perfect, isn't it? It doesn't just track your steps, it tracks your karma. And you gotta love the little joke at the end, compatible with all major ecosystems. That's just a fantastic bit of satire right there. Now let's look at how all this tech feeds into the core philosophy of the whole system. Because, it's not just about collecting data for the sake of it, it's about driving a very, very specific kind of action from you. And there it is. This is the central belief of Guru J's teachings. It's the entire business model and spiritual philosophy all rolled into one beautiful transactional sentence. Your enlightenment is literally tied to a payment. The path to nirvana is paved with in-app purchases. So here's what that looks like in the real world. You've got the Path 99 app, and it's tracking your performance, your meditative coherence score. If you do well enough, you unlock the privilege of buying the next level. It's the total gamification of self-improvement. And what's the price for that next step on your journey to digital enlightenment? Oh, just a cool 99,999 rupees. Turns out, awakening comes with a pretty premium price tag. This quote just rips away all that spiritual language and shows you the raw corporate mantra beating at the heart of this whole thing. Every little piece of your inner self, every feeling, every moment of calm is just another data point, something to be measured, managed, and of course, monetized. And this table just takes that idea to its hilarious, logical conclusion. I mean, can you imagine your soul having a KPI dashboard? You're not just feeling peaceful, your aura latency is down to an impressive 12 milliseconds. You're not just being a good person, your karma throughput is a blazing 2.5 gigabits per second. And most importantly, look at that, your upgrade readiness is high. So a system like this doesn't just come up with new metrics. It creates a whole new language, a new gospel, really, that perfectly mashes up the lingo of Silicon Valley with the search for spiritual truth. It can be a shift as simple as this one right here, but man, is it powerful. This is a fundamental change in how the relationship is defined. You're not a user of a service anymore. Now you're a devotee. And as Guru J himself says, this is totally intentional. It's the customer journey reimagined. Think about what that does to the dynamic. It's not about user engagement. It's about devotion. It's not about customer satisfaction. It's about faith. The whole philosophy even gets boiled down into a neat little formula, almost like a law of physics. V equals U to the power of N, or victory equals upgrade to the power of next. The only way you can move forward, the only way to win at this game of life, is to just keep upgrading. And this might be the most chilling part of the whole system. Your true self isn't something you discover, it's something you iterate on, like an app. Your current version is obsolete, it's deprecated. That's a profoundly weird and unsettling way to look at being human. So we're left with this final question, which is both a call to action for Guru J's followers and, well, a pretty deep thought for the rest of us. In a world where everything can be tracked, measured, and sold back to us as a service, what is the next step for us? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.